What's going on? It's your boy KoVu from Chicago, Illinois. Shout out iLLANOiZE, and this is how I bring that noise.
I got 100 things on my mind. I got a million things I gotta do. I got the team all on my back, so no, I ain't worried about you. Yeah, old friends disappearing on me. Real friends take a bullet for me. I give it all I got to make it to the top. I'm never missing like the 30 on me. These days are the glory.
Let the people know where you from.
I am KoVu. You know, I'm from Chicago, Illinois. That's where I say I'm from, but I'm actually from Romeoville, Illinois.
Okay.
I went to Plainfield East High School, and yeah, now I'm here.
So, you from Chicago?
I was born in Chicago, moved to Romeoville, and then I grew up in Romeoville.
Okay.
Yep.
So, like, how did you get your artist name, like KoVu? Describe that.
That's. I'm a big fan of The Lion King. Lion King is my favorite movie.
Okay.
So whenever there was like a thunderstorm outside, my mom would turn on The Lion King to calm me down. It was like the only thing that could calm me down. Like nothing else would calm me down but The Lion King, me watching it. So one day I think we were out and we saw Lion King 2.
Okay.
And so she got that and she brought it to the house. We watched it together. And the new main character in the movie is called KoVu, and that's Scar's son. So after the movie, my mom's like, "You look like him." So like around the house, she would start calling me KoVu, just like KoVu, KoVu, and I start responding to it. So
You got your name off the Lion King.
yeah,
And I'm a Lion King fan and didn't even know.
that's where I got it from. You know, KoVu. Shout out Disney one time.
Hey, y'all better sponsor the man. But recently you dropped a project, not a project. I'm gonna talk about the single.
Yeah.
You recently dropped with Nikki Hayes called Treasure.
Yeah.
Describe like how you and Nikki linked up.
Well, me and Nikki went to high school together. We were in the same choir.
Okay.
So in high school, I was kind of like, I was really when I first came in my freshman year, I was a bad kid. I was like acting out and things like that. And then this lady in my study hall, she found me and she heard that I sing from like middle school.
Okay.
So she brought me in, took me to choir. Like I had like 2 study halls with just her. Like 2 study halls, like that's like an hour long in school. So I'm sitting there like with just her. She's teaching me how to read music, how to sing, like the correct notes, like do, re, mi, fa, sol, like all that other stuff. Like, so I got in the choir and that's where I met Nikki.
Okay.
And then we've always talked about doing a song together, but this is like the actual time where I was like, yeah, we got to do one just for like the area because so many people know us and so many people want us to do a song together. Yeah.
Well, it's perfect timing because
Yeah.
the track is amazing. The
She did her
feel
thing.
of it.
She
Both
did her
of you
thing.
combined
Yeah.
like created a amazing track. Like describe how you guys came up with the concept.
Well, I first got the beat from my boy Wally. He goes to Millikan University.
Okay.
And that's the school I go to. And we just sat there and he know like the beginning where you hear like the humming sounds.
Yeah.
Those aren't Nikki. Those are samples. So he just played it on a loop over and over again. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, I don't have a hook for this, but I know somebody who can make a hook. So I hit up Nikki and I was like, hey, I'm gonna send you this beat. You think you can write a hook for it? She said, yeah. Okay, send it to her. Literally like 2 days later, just
Done.
I was like, oh, okay. So I'm just listening to it. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be something like soulful. So I sat down and like really like the whole track just made me like reminisce about a lot of stuff. So I just wrote that and then I sent it back to her, and she doesn't like it when like she writes a hook for someone, and then the rapper is talking about something completely different than what she's talking about. So I really had to stay on what she was talking about, like just like.
Because it'll throw the concept
throw the
off.
concept out, you know what I'm saying? So I had to stay on the concept of like treasures. Like treasure can mean 2 different things. It can mean something sexual, or it can mean some like love-wise, you know, or something that's precious to you. You know what I'm saying?
You combined it.
Combine them both
Exactly.
together. So yeah,
We're gonna put that we're gonna put his latest single
I got 2.
and his new single he recently dropped to like that's today?
Yesterday. Hollywood.
Yeah, we're gonna drop Hollywood and we're gonna put the link to Treasure down in the link description. Now you said soulful. I noticed your style is very soulful. Like how can I say this? Who did you study as a musician growing up? Who was your main go-to artist to listen to?
See, I didn't grow up on hip hop. That's what everybody. I think everybody can tell. I didn't grow up on hip hop because I'm not really like. I'm not gonna say I'm not a hip hop fan, but I'm more into R&B and pop and soul music like that because that's what my mom played around the house.
When she clamped up
Yeah,
on
so
Saturday.
I'm listening to like Earth, Wind and Fire one day, and I'm listening to Brandy another day, and then Jodeci and Jagged Edge, like they was all playing out my house. So that's what I listened to. Like if I had the choice, I would really be a singer, but I can't sing. Like I can sing, but I can't sing like all the notes that other people sing. You know what I'm saying? But like just really listening to them, and then when I came up, like when I was like in middle school, I listened to a lot of Chris Brown. Like when he first came out.
Oh, so Yo was one of your favorite songs?
Yo was one of my favorite songs. I love his second album, Exclusive. I played that on repeat. Like my mom wanted to hurt me how much she heard Chris Brown out. And then I still listen to him now. And then when Drake came out, I was like a freshman in high school. So those are like my two like main like influences. Like Chris Brown's like soulful, you know, R&B, like how he can tell a story in like a soulful love way.
Okay.
And then you got Drake that's talking about realness, like from his life. That's why I combine them both, and then you get
that's dope.
You get
then you get all the Jodeci.
You get all the Jodeci. You get all the other like R&B playfulness. Like if you listen to like I got a song called "Wait for Me," and it samples Jagged Edge, "Married," and it's on a loop. So that's like one of my favorite songs I've ever done because Jagged Edge is just bumping in the background while I'm rapping. So
when you say sample, do you prefer to spit over the top of sample beats or just pure original? You want to bring back that old school soulful feel?
Yeah, there's a bunch of like samples that sometimes they don't fit in the beat. You know what I'm saying? But you can always hear that one. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard the Jagged Edge, it's like just the Married, like you just hear it in the background. It's not like clear unless you really listen to the song.
Okay.
But like once you hear it, you're like okay.
Vibe with
it. Like yeah, if I can like really when I write a song, if I can like think of a hook right when I come off the first beat of the song, or like once you hear it. It's good from there, yeah. It doesn't matter if it's sampled, it doesn't matter if it's original. If I can make something right when I hear that beat.
You know you got something golden.
Yeah.
Now speaking of beats, I want to ask you, what's your favorite beat of all time?
My favorite beat like that I have, or
just in general, a beat that just just puts you in your feelings.
Puts me in my feelings.
It could be like a Kanye beat you heard. It could be a Earth, Wind, and Fire beat. Whatever. What's your favorite beat?
Look, Kanye. Ooh. There's a lot. That's a good question. Oh man, I gotta say there's two. Because when I hear "Love Lockdown" by Kanye, that's always gonna bring me back to like middle school, and I used to play that like when like a girl used to break up with me.
Yeah,
you know,
me too.
Hey,
bro, that whole 808s and heartbreak. Boy, I don't even want to talk about that album because I have my heart broke.
That puts you in like memories right there. But that, and then when you hear what's that one song? Drake has a song that I can't remember. It's on Take Care.
Is it with The Weeknd?
Nah, not Crew Love. Not Crew Love. It's I want to say it's that UGK song.
Okay.
Underground Kings.
Okay, I know you're talking about.
Yeah. That song always brings me back because Take Care always reminds me of my senior year of high school. So every time I hear that beat, it always reminds me of like that drive to school. So I like songs like that, like where you can remember things, like just little small things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Now, you recently released a new song. Mm-hmm. The new song is Hollywood.
Hollywood.
I want to talk about the cover art.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that cover art? Yo, like it stands out.
I didn't come up with it. My older cousin, he's from the west side of Chicago. His name's Donovan. He came up with the cover art. He's majors in graphic design. So my new album's called Contrast, and me and my manager Crystal, we've been going back and forth on like covers.
That's dope.
And she thinks it should be something very, very colorful.
So
I told him that, and he sent me back Hollywood because Hollywood's not on the album.
Okay.
So when it came back, he just sent me like this whole colorful like Hollywood and like the little Van Gogh masterpiece and all that stuff. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna run with it. So
it has contrast.
It has contrast. It has a lot of contrast.
Because like when I see it on the timeline, I instantly freeze. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like
I know who that is.
It stops you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see that all that color, you're just like, oh wait, hold up, let me look at this real quick. Even if you don't listen to the song, you still gonna look at it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. But
and Hollywood, what project will that be on, or is that just like
Hollywood's just really? I wrote that literally 3 days ago, and. Damn. I'm at the point where like I come back home from school. Right when I came back, me and my manager and my booking agent, we're literally on crunch time, like trying to finish this album. Like we're trying to make it the best that we can be. So with all that, and plus me like finishing school, having to look for a job and things like that, I was getting stressed out. So I had to I had to write something out when I was like getting stressed out. Like I've had people like turn their backs on me since I got home.
You can hear it. You can hear it in your lyrics.
I've had people like not talk to me at all since I got back home. Like I tell them I'm coming home, I don't get no response. You know, things like that. So I just had to let it vent real quick.
Yeah,
And
you
put
did.
it out there.
Cause I heard it all. I'm like, man, he's speaking his obstacles up in
Yeah,
this
I
track.
mean, I'm trying to. Like, there's a lot of things I
real
go
music.
through that nobody sees, but like hopefully when the album comes out, you see like another side of me. Cause the last one I put out, it's really that's really like my most emotional one, Phase 7.
Okay.
It came out last Halloween, and you can hear a lot of like me like personal stuff like that. But this new one, Contrast, is more like fun and more like it's still personal, but it's more the funner side of things. Like since after I went on tour and getting to meet Waka Flocka and Tory Lanez and things like that. So
Speaking of tour, I'm happy you brought that up.
yeah.
With the touring, like, what's your most memorable performance
Memorable performance.
from your last tour, your recent tour?
Recent tour. What? That's a really good, because there's a lot of memorable things. I want to say, all right, there's two. I'm going to give you two. Waka Flocka, we did it at my school, Millikan University.
Okay.
And I've been telling Crystal since my first tour, I'm about to crowd surf. I'm crowd surfing. She would never let me crowd surf ever. And then right when this is my school, so I'm like, they're not gonna drop me, you know, whatever. They're not gonna drop me. I'm gonna go out there and do my thing, you know. So the set goes through, blah blah blah. I'm like, hey, I'm about to jump. I tell the crowd I'm about to jump, and I'm like, they're like, okay. I'm like, all right. So I jump, and me not knowing when I jump, there's a crowd full of girls, and so I'm landing. I landed. I like dropped for a little bit, and they picked me. The guys came, they picked me up. I'm like, oh, okay. And all I see is my manager run out on stage. She's like, get up here. And I'm like, my bad. I had to.
Hey, it was full.
That's number one. And then we did a show with Aaron Carter in St. Louis.
Okay.
This is like way before we went on tour with Waka, and I'm sitting on stage, and I'm looking out in the crowd. I'm like, man, I'm hungry. I'm like super hungry up here. And one of the fans in the crowd goes, I can make you a sandwich. I was like, what? I started dying out laughing. Like, it was like, it wasn't that memorable, but it just stood out to me. Like, it's just funny. Like, the crazy things people say at shows is ridiculous.
Hey, that shows you that your fan base is growing. When people, that shows you they love your performance as well. When they interact with you.
I'm trying to make every show feel like a party, so it's not like I'm somebody different when I'm up there. Like, I'm not like a celebrity or anything. I'm a normal person. I'm a normal person. So when you come to like one of my shows, I want you to feel like, oh, I know that dude. He up there doing his thing.
Like
we partying with him. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, as long as we know each other,
yeah,
you know.
And like this is like my first time meeting you, and we just vibing.
We basically family. And
that
we didn't
is
know.
true.
We didn't even know.
All right, we ain't gonna get into that story.
But we ain't even know.
But
nah, when you get to like see like somebody like you feel like you know up there just having a good time, unless you get loose and you can just party with them the whole night. So that's what I try to bring to my shows. All right, so my upcoming project is called Contrast. It'll be out this summer sometime once it's finished. We're in the crucial crunch time finishing it right now. And then I'm going on tour next month. We start tour June 18th with J-Zack and my boy Tribe. We're going to be in Minneapolis, Iowa City, Detroit, and other dates are being added. So June 18th, come see us on tour, the Congratulations Tour.
get Contrast.
Get
yo.
Contrast when it comes out. It's coming out this summer, so you'll see it when it comes out.
Now we're gonna get into the game. Then I'm gonna let you do your shout outs now.
Game.
Yeah, you ready?
Game time.
Big booty or big breast?
I gotta go with the booty.
Okay.
Booty.
You can't go wrong with big booty.
There's nothing wrong with big breasts, but I gotta have something to grab onto, you know.
Fresh Prince or Martin?
Fresh Prince. I call myself the new Fresh Prince.
Damn, you said that fast as hell too.
I call myself. Will Smith is one of my idols. Y'all don't even know.
Hey,
I call
you
myself
saw
the
his
new Fresh
crib?
Prince.
Anyway, let's see. If there was one person you could work with, dead or alive, who would it be?
Dead or alive, who would it be? One person? I would say I really want to work with Diddy. I think Diddy would be a good mentor. You know, he's created a lot of good people in the game, like a lot of good people.
A lot of
not
legends.
even just saying like Biggie. Like when you think about like when he brought out like Danny DeCane,
Yeah.
bro, they sold records. records.
Make the band.
Making the band, like they sold records. Like anything Diddy touches just turns into gold.
It sells and then it'll disappear.
It'll disappear.
But at least it's sold.
He's still selling his own thing. But yeah, if I could work with one person, I would work with Diddy, just to like pick his brain, you know, see what the business side of everything is.
I like that. Now,
Yeah.
if you was not making music, what do you see yourself doing?
If I wasn't making music, I'd probably be at like a Wendy's. Like
What?
probably would, man.
Fixing double
I
stacks?
can't see myself doing anything else. I mean, I guess I'd be like a dancer because in high school I danced and I acted, so I would be like an actor. I guess try to be an actor. I was always on like the theater side of things, so I guess
Man
that's me.
said Wendy's.
I don't see me doing
You
anything
get a
else,
Frosty
honestly.
Jr.
I mean, I could not see me doing anything else. I love what I'm doing right now, and it'd be too tough to be like imagine anything else for me. You know?
Feel you on that. You focus.
Yeah.
People know where they can find you at. Yeah, your Twitter, Instagram.
You can find me on Twitter at KoVu Music. You can find me on Instagram at Versace Papa. You know.
Versace Papa.
Yeah, that's everything for you. Facebook KoVu, KoVu, and yeah, that's where you can find me at. Shout out to XVI. Shout out to Tyler Goss. Shout out to Crystal, right behind me right now, staring me down. It's all good. And you know, shout out to my fans. Thank you for supporting me.
It's your boy. Ooh, excuse me. It's your boy Biko signing out with Illinois.